पैसा खाते हैं, सब कुछ खा जाते हैं ये लोग।
लेकिन वो कह रहे हैं कोई करप्शन का कोई चार्ज नहीं हमारे ऊपर। अरविंद केजरीवाल जी कह देते हैं
सारी एजेंसीज इनके पास है। मेरे को 24 घंटे के लिए सीबीआई और ईडी दे दो, आधी से ज्यादा बीजेपी जेल में ना हो तो मेरे को कह देना।
अब
Mega march against Enforcement Directorate action. Top leaders from about 18 opposition parties hit the streets against the central agency's action. From sloganeering to jibes, the leaders did not leave a chance to target the government over the Adani issue. They demanded a joint panel, that is a probe in the matter, accusing the government of seeing Adani as he's a close friend of the Prime Minister.
Modi is a dictator, a man worse than Hitler, Kumaraswamy told the supporters today.
The next one is nominating loyalties as the head of the executive bodies. Union government is making noticeable attempts to pressure officers to show exclusive loyalty to the union. This happened in May 2023. The former civil servants, as a part of Constitutional Conduct Group, said that there is a systematic attempt to change the character of civil services, particularly the IAS and IPS. CBI, Central Bureau of Investigation, Praveen Sood, faced controversy in 2017 when he was transferred from his position as Bangalore City Police Commissioner. Sood has registered around 25 cases against Congress leaders and not even a single case against Bjp leaders in the state, Sivakumar had told in his reports. ED, Enforcement Directorate. The last 2 years have been particularly eventful for the ED. The term of the last director Sanjay K. Mishra ended on September 15, 2023. Rahul Naveen is the acting director of ED since Mishra's term ended. A report by Scroll in 2022 on the ED's record. If the timing of the ED investigations appears suspect in several cases involving the opposition, conversely, it is hard not to notice the lack of similar alacrity in cases involving BJP leaders. Critics were there that BJP used Enforcement Directorate to threaten the companies and make the companies to donate the party through electoral bonds.
Do you know for each one of the ED in this context as to when the payment was made? Was it before or was it after? Maybe it was before. And even after that, the ED chose to go and visit them. So let's not very quickly assume that every ED visit happened to those who later came around and said, I want to give donation, please save me. I think you've based yourself on huge assumptions. That the money is given after the ED raid happened. For all you know, the money was given earlier. And in spite of that, we went knocking at their doors. Am I making sense? No? What gave the money? And after that, we still went and knocked at their doors through ED. Is that a probability or not?
There have been cases where BJP leaders use the ED to settle personal cases also. In Tamil Nadu, 2 Dalit farmers who were involved in a land dispute with the BJP leader were summoned by the ED. This is not an isolated case. The ED had the apparent temerity to negotiate defection deals with such veteran politicians as Arvind Kejriwal and Tamil Nadu Speaker M. Appavu. The Tamil Nadu Speaker said that for 3 months he was threatened by ED middlemen. According to AA Party, union government agencies such as CBI and ED filed 230 cases against its leaders over the past 10 years, but did not have enough evidence to prove a single case in the court. Consider the long list of opposition chief ministers and former CMs under Modi's witch hunt. Hemant Soren is already in jail. The ED and CBI have been vigorously trying to trap other 2 CMs, Revanth Reddy of Telangana and Pinarayi Vijayan of Kerala. The final thing we want to keep you aware is no open talk on media. The government did not make open talks on the issues that are going over India. Let me take you through. We all know that last year, Indian wrestlers, including Olympic medalist Vinesh Phogat, Sakshi Malik and Bajrang Punia, have threatened to return their awards and medals, including the Padma Shri if they are subjected to such humiliation by the Delhi police. The wrestlers were protesting the alleged sexual harassment of 7 women, including a minor, by Wrestling Federation of India chief Bjp'S Saran Singh and demanded his arrest.
मैं सभी तमाम देशवासी जो भी हमारे प्रोटेस्ट में आए, दूर दूर से आए, बूढ़ी महिलाएं आई, बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे आए जिनके पास खाने कमाने के लिए नहीं। प्रेसिडेंट बृजभूषण जैसे आदमी जैसा ही रहता है, उसका बिल्कुल सहयोगी है, उसका बिजनेस पार्टनर है, वो अगर इस फेडरेशन में रहेगा तो मैं अपनी कुश्ती को त्यागती हूँ और मैं आज के बाद कभी भी आपको मानेगी।
Reacting to this, Surjevani, while addressing a press conference in the national capital, said,
इन चैंपियन महिला पहलवानों, किसानों की और देश की बेटियों के साथ जाति और अन्याय के लिए सीधे सीधे मोदी सरकार दोषी है।
instead of investigating on this or pressuring CBI to take care of this, you know what BJP commented on this? As this was raised by the Olympic winner, we need some kind of attention here. Sakshi Malik is a Congress puppet. If you say that these women, those who got award from Olympics, and they are acting as a puppet of the Congress, what kind of politics is this? There is no open talk on this issue. Silence. Adding to the above point, there is another national seeking issue. On July 19, a 30-second video emerged on social media, which showed 2 distraught women were stripped and paraded through a field. An FIR filed on May 18 identified the woman as Cookie and said the mob was composed of Meitei community leaders. These are 2 different communities in Manipur. The ruling Bharatiya Janata Party has always advocated the notion of democracy at the international level, and yet their domestic policies contradict this instance. The recent violence in Manipur and the central government's silence and inability to maintain peace in its own state. The Prime Minister Modi's lack of attention towards the recent harassment of 2 Kuki women by a Meitei mob, bearing a negligible address in Parliament, highlights the BJP's defining silence on Manipur issue. Again, there is no open talk in this matter. Silence. Kishan Mahapanchayat. Thousands of farmers from the northern state of Punjab launched a tele-chant. They said, our main demand is a legally guaranteed minimum support price, said 39-year-old Utpal Bjp'S from the eastern state of West Bengal. There was no immediate comment from the government or Modi's Bharatiya Janata Party, but they have said in the past that they are committed to the welfare and prosperity of farmers, who form an influential voting bloc. This is not first time. In 2017, Tamil Nadu farmers protest. It was a protest against the Bharatiya Janata Party-led central government. Tamil Nadu demanding waiver of their farm loans among their demands due to crop failures. There is no response. Silence. The final one which we need to make our attention is showcasing success alone. Literacy rate in India. In India, literacy rate is defined by the percentage of the population of a given age group that can read and write. Uttar Pradesh has 73% as an average, and south states like Tamil Nadu and Kerala stand tall. This is true even though UP has highest number of colleges. Here is what the south parties did well to bring education as first and foremost thing in the first decades of nation after the independence. Free cycle, laptop, food, uniform to apply children towards education. This is what the south states did, which lacked in north. We can say this may be the mistake done by Congress, but we agree, totally agree. Controlled inflation, rapid digitalization, UPI, GST, geopolitical relation is to bring business in India. All agree, but who agree? Demonetization is a failure. To demolish only 0.2% of counterfeit money and funding to the terrorist, you demolish the whole country's peace in one single night. Though this plan was a failure, as RBI said, 99% of the money returned to RBI. How come black money eradicated?
It increases the temptation for Prime Minister Narendra Modi's ruling Bharatiya Janata Party to opt for fiscal populism. Surging food prices drove annual retail inflation to 7.44% in July, the most in 15 months. The government on Saturday slapped a 40% export duty on onions, on top of its earlier ban on overseas sales of some rice varieties, and a move to buy tomatoes from Nepal. There's already pushback, with traders in Asia's largest onion marketplace striking to protest the duty.
Who agree? Rural demand is decreased. People have the money to suffice their daily needs itself. Petrol is at 104 over nation. Food inflation is poor. Essential goods at high. Who agree this? Who agree unemployment is at the rise? Students and graduates are in the fear. What's the use of development? No rights to protest, even if protest also no answers from the government. Who agree this? See, finally we want to say only one thing. We want to make this video, just want to make sure you know everything before you do your voting. Stop, think and act. Who is opposition? Whether they are strong. Whether the ruling government speak truth or just making drama. What is happening around you? Again I'm saying, in your life, if you do not involve in politics involve in your life.